Liverpool 1, Manchester City nil, and it's a massive result for the Premier League. Arsenal 4 points clear at the top from Manchester City. Haaland's not a machine. Man City aren't running away from it, and Liverpool get the result done. And I tell you what, Jurgen Klopp's comments about the ceiling of Man City, and I suppose Newcastle as well, did that get into the heads of Manchester City? I don't think it did. I think Man City tried to do what they did. I think Liverpool played the perfect game. Are Liverpool back in anything? No, I don't think they are. I think Liverpool today had to defend well and counter-attack at Anfield to beat a Man City side that was better on the ball. Liverpool are a club in some sort of transition, but what Liverpool did show is that on their day, they are still a very, very, very good footballing side. And look, they've got a lot of injuries. We saw Jota going off at the end there, but they have got a run of games now, Liverpool. I think they've got West Ham, Forest in the next two. There's a few after that, where if they can put a run of wins together, they can get back into that top four race. Klopp himself would say they're not in a title race, but they can get back into that top four race. But they've got to win, and they've got to keep winning. But that's a massive game for Liverpool, a massive result for Liverpool, and a totally deserved result, because I think that even before the Salah goal, he should have scored a similar goal to that. Jota had a header on the back post as well. So the right team won it based on the big chances. But I think it's a great advert for football. I think it's a great advert for the Premier League. The result's a great advert for the Premier League. Look, as a Man United fan, I don't want Arsenal to win the league. I don't want City to. I don't want anyone to win the league apart from us. But we're not going to win the league, and I don't want to see Man City just running away with it. The Premier League is the best league in the world, and it's better for things like this. Ultimately, I think Man City probably will still win the league over a 38-game season. But the fact that we're in the middle of October, Arsenal are 4 points clear, Spurs are right next to them, Chelsea are coming up behind them, Liverpool could potentially get back into it. I think it's massively intriguing, it's massively exciting, and it's fantastic for the league. It's just a shame that Man City Arsenal game that was meant to be happening on Wednesday got postponed because of Arsenal having to play the Europa League game against PSV. But look, I think, if you get football, that game was fantastic. I saw a few people at 0-0 saying, oh, it's a bit boring. What's boring about the fact that you've got Arsenal fans, Spurs fans, Chelsea fans, all wanting Man City to drop points so that it makes their season more interesting? Liverpool, who know they can't afford to lose another game, they desperately need 3 points. Man City fans knowing if they can win at Anfield, who's going to stop them? So, look, how can it be boring at 0-0? It was knife-edge football. It was exciting. It was tense. It was a bit of a chess game. And I think in the second half, it opened up. It was fantastic. Man City had a goal disallowed, of course. And it was disallowed. And it was right to be disallowed. I hadn't even seen Fabinho being fouled by Haaland. It was a clear foul. But I actually felt that Alisson's got 2 hands on the ball anyway. And it gets kicked out of his hands. I think that would have been a foul. So there can't be any complaints there. I think, again, in general, we've had a lot of bad decisions by referees today, but I think that was the right decision. I felt that the red card for Klopp was a disgrace. I'm tired of this. I said it when Conte and Tuchel had their little handshake that led to an FA charge. Why is Jurgen Klopp getting sent off for shouting at a linesman in a game between Liverpool and Man City at Anfield, where it's on a knife edge, it's massively tense, there's loads of passion, and you're sending a manager off for shouting about a decision? Come on. Let it go. Like, we want to see some of that passion. Have a word with him, tell him to calm down, and he'll stop. But sending him off, I mean, Anthony Taylor, he has to make it about himself all the time, and he didn't have a bad game as a referee. I mean, there was 1 or 2 decisions, but yeah, that was the only disappointment for me. I don't mind, Pep was going mad about the goal being disallowed. If he watches it on the telly, it's definitely disallowed. But you want them to feel there's an injustice. You want them to have a bit of passion. That's what it's all about. So, but no, I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on the results. I want to focus on the game and what it means for the Premier League. Man City are the best team in the league. They could win the quadruple. They could win the Champions League as part of that quadruple. They could win it all. They might win nothing. But the more points Man City drop, the better for the Premier League, because they are so dominant. Do I think Arsenal can win the league? I think they've got to buy in January. Do I think anybody else can get into it? It's not. A lot of people think, well, that's about Arsenal. I still think Man City are massive favourites, but it brings teams like Chelsea back into the equation. It keeps Spurs hopeful. I mean, there may even be some Liverpool fans saying you never know. I think it's impossible for Liverpool because there's still so many points behind Man City, and how many points do Man City drop, and can Liverpool consistently win week in, week out? Liverpool are not the team they were last year. But Liverpool just need to get back on track. They're still in the Champions League. They can still win the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup again. top four is very important. So for Liverpool, that result is absolutely essential. Look, Man City for me are still my favourites to win the league, and Erling Haaland will still win the Golden Boot. But the more points that they drop, the more exciting this league becomes. So look, fantastic result today. Deserved as well. I mean, sometimes you'd go, I'm glad Liverpool won, but they didn't deserve to. I think they did deserve to. They had the three biggest chances of the game. Let's not forget, Nunez, for some reason, didn't decide to slip Salah in again. So Liverpool had the better chances. But looking at the game tactically, Liverpool at Anfield let Man City have the ball to hit them on the break. And Pep fell into that trap, which is very similar to what United did against Arsenal a few weeks ago at Old Trafford. It was this acceptance that they're better than us with the ball. Let them have the ball in our back garden, but we will hit them on the break. And that's exactly what happened. And I think Pep felt that obviously with the ball they would win the game, but they didn't. And Liverpool deserved to win it. So really enjoyed it. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe. Give us your comments below. Liverpool have wide opened that Premier League title and I'm all for it. Thanks for watching.